Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are making borscht and it has no meat and nothing fried in it. So let's check how it's gonna come out. I'm going to use 1 medium beets, mixed greens just for garnish. I cut off their stems and just going to add them in soup. I used greens from beets, purple cabbage, bell pepper, carrot, 1.5 or 2 small potatoes. Use, as my secret, is the brown cane sugar, or better if you have real sugar cane. I use apple cider vinegar to make sure the beets doesn't oxidize, and I use nutritional yeast as my garnish. And of course, natural sea salt. I don't fry anything, as I mentioned. And for the kick, I'm gonna use a little bit of liquid juice from pickled Russian cucumbers. First thing you're going to do is to boil beets. You don't have to make it fully cooked, but just enough so the skin would peel off with a hand. Your beets is about to be ready. Just poke it with a knife. If it smoothly go in, then it's ready and the skin will come off just with your hands. Drain the water. Use the cold water to pour in your beet. And then slowly you can start peeling it with your hands. It's nice and easy. Make sure you use cold water, otherwise you might burn yourself. Now your beets is fully peeled, and when you peel it under the water, your hands is not gonna get purple. Let your hot beets to rest. Fill up your pot with a fresh filtered water. That's gonna be your broth. Put it back on stove. Add your sea salt and leave it to boil. After your beets rested, use medium-sized grinder, or honestly, you could just cut it in small pieces, whatever works for you. I personally prefer to shred my beets, just like that. My hand became purple, so you might want to use gloves. And here is my secret. To prevent beets from losing color, or maybe you know Borsch, which is kind of orange, you need to assure that your beets is not oxidized in the water. To prevent it, you need to add something acidic, for example, tomato paste or lemon, lime, or vinegar. I prefer to use lemon, but now I don't have one and I'm going to use vinegar. The best vinegar you can use is apple cider vinegar, which has the mother. What does it mean? It's unfiltered real vinegar, and it is not chemically made, non-toxic. You can see a little bit residue on the bottom. You can even drink this vinegar and it will help to improve your microbiome. If you don't have that option, just use any white vinegar or wine vinegar. Now, the worst vinegar to use for food, it is a white distilled vinegar. Why? Because it's chemically made and purified, and it, instead of improving your microbiome, it will only cause your yeast to grow, such as candida. Ugh, you don't want that to grow inside you, trust me. Take your good vinegar, put aside the distilled one, and pour some amount, just like that, on your beets to make sure that beautiful deep red bloody color just stays inside, and it is not gonna get washed while you boiling your beets at the end in your soup. And here is a good example comparing to previous cases. The color of the beets just remains so bright and deep because I mix it with acid or acidity of the vinegar. Now it will be very hard to wash comparing to my other hand, which I just used slightly with water. So again, you might want to use gloves. In the meantime, while our water gets boiled, I lower the heat and we're gonna add the rest of the vegetables. Add all the vegetables to boil, including carrot, potato, pepper, green stems, cabbage, and potato. Just like this. And honestly, I'm using the very small pot, as you can see, and yesterday I made the same amount of Borsch and it was so delicious that we just ate it with my friend, the whole thing at once. I'm not giving any timing. Well, after a few minutes of boiling, every now and then, just check your vegetables so they are not overcooked, but make sure they are cooked just enough to go to the next step. Take a spoon or knife and check the readiness of your vegetable. Potato should be almost cooked. Now, I forgot to mention, I didn't clean the potato skin because my vegetables are clean and just coming right out of the farm. But you can clean it off, peel it off if you prefer. Now, the most interesting moment, add your beets inside the soup. Yoo-hoo! Your borscht is nice and pretty. Look at that rich color, and all because of the acid we put. And if you want to risk and try the same experiment but just not adding any vinegar or lemon or whatever you add for acidity, you will see how instead of this beautiful raspberry color, your borscht is gonna become, let's say, orangey, blended red, a little bit dull, I would say red. Now here you can add some seasoning. I love Bragg's aminos and they give chickeny flavor. Add a pinch of black pepper if you like. Some more sea salt to taste. You will always add more if you need. And this is one of my secrets. I just add some broth from pickled cucumbers. It has a little bit of vinegar and it has very flavorful, you can see, made with a lot of herbs broth. Now it's time for your sugar. That's right. You can use cane sugar, or I have a little bit of organic agave syrup. Cut a good chunk, just about this size. And as you remember, salt and sugar in combination give very nice flavor. If you watch some TV shows like Gordon Ramsay, you know that. Here you go. Cane sugar, ready to be put in the soup. Just like that, ready to be in the soup. Mix all that goodness and it will be ready to try out. You know, I love it. I would add a little bit more sugar, a little bit more vinegar, and a little bit more. Oh, just forgot. You can add some paprika if you like the taste of paprika. It's not gonna harm. Give your beet soup nice stir. Give it a last try. That is so good. Now at this point you can give yourself high five. Borscht is ready. At this point they usually say give it about an hour to rest, but I don't think I can wait. So I'm gonna just serve it and try it out, what I have. And here we are. Our beautiful, bright, raspberry color borscht is ready for us to try. And here is the moment of truth. That's absolutely lovely. Absolutely lovely. If you guys eat sour cream, you can also add sour cream. It will make the color brighter. People who eat eggs, you can also add a hard-boiled egg. It is going to make it just better flavored. Thank you very much. If you like the video, please don't forget to put likes. Thank you. Namaste.